Welcome to Radio Fixer's channel. Subscribe for upcoming videos. In this video, I will show you several different ways to broadcast or transmit digital video signals, like from the Amazon Fire Stick or Roku to your vintage analog TVs. Whether you are connecting to the single vintage TV or broadcasting to multiple units, this guide will walk you through the most effective methods. In section 1, I will discuss how to connect directly to the analog TV using HDMI to AV converter and RF modulator. In section 2, I will discuss how to broadcast analog signals to multiple TV using TV antenna, signal amplifier, home analog TV transmitter station, also blonder tongue, AM60-550B, which is commercial RF modulator. I have listed the product I use in the notes section of this video. You can support this channel by shopping through the links below. When you purchase item using this Amazon link, a small commission goes to this channel at no extra cost to you. It is the simplest way to support the channel while getting the same great results I demonstrated in this video. Thank you for your support. Before we get started, I want to bring to your attention that some of my subscribers contacted me and mentioned that they are not receiving a notification when I upload new videos. Here, as you see my screen, it shows subscribe. So yours, if it's like this and the bell is not on, you are not going to get notification. So use the drop down here and select all. From here on, YouTube will send you notification when I upload new videos. Also, meanwhile you're here, I try to make this as simple as possible. You can search videos, all the videos here, or playlist. There is a categories that you can go there and see. It depends what you are interested. You're interested to fabricate part. Whatever it is, I categorize this to be easier for you to find a video. Hopefully this will help you. Let's get started. In section 1, I will discuss how to connect directly to the analog TV using HDMI to AV converter and RF modulator. Alright, this is the HD video converter. The way it is designed, this side is RCA jack. You can hook up RCA jack to it. And this here, you can install Amazon Fire TV or Roku right here directly to this one, like that. Make sure to put this in right position. For United States, you want to put it right here, or if you're in Europe, put it in PAL. That is European. The other one is United States. You can actually switch it. As I mentioned, it has a RCA jack. Yellow always is the video. These two for right and left, the speaker. If you have a stereo, you use the red. If you don't, you always use the white. All right? So let's hook this up to the TV to see how it's performing. This is 1998 TV that we purchased to carry with us as a portable TV. We used to install this inside the car, believe it or not. So kids, they can watch TV, they don't get bored whenever we were traveling. The thing about this TV is, it offered VCR, so we could play a lot of movie and keep them, occupied meanwhile we were traveling. Still, I have this TV, still is in excellent condition. So this is the first TV we're going to use. Let me show you in the back. This is the back of TV, of course. As you see right here, it shows July 1998. That's, I think, when they manufactured this. The good thing about this TV, you could hook this up, several different ways. You could actually connect it to the cable, to watch TV. And they had here that you could hook up to video and audio. These two are in, is a yellow and white. And this is going out. So since this TV was not a stereo, they just give you two connection. You don't have the stereo jack in this one. So this is what we're going to use the bottom one in. All right, this is the setup. Pretty simple. So let's start the TV. All right, everything is set. As you see, it's picking up, and so even if I change the channel, as you see, it has no effect, so that means it's hooked up directly to this. I set this up for my YouTube channel. Of course, you can watch TV, you can do anything you like. Everything that offered in Amazon, in Fire Stick, you have the ability to watch on your analog TV. So as you see, it worked very well. So what I did is just add this for about $5, and now I can use any analog TV as long as it has RCA jack. Let me turn this thing down. You can use any analog TV. Picture comes just perfect, as you can see. Of course, video in this is a little blurry, but when you look at the screen on TV, it's very, very clear. If your TV has this type of adapter for the cable adapter, you can use RF modulator. Of course, Amazon or Roku is hooked up to here. HDMI in. Then from here you say out, you can hook this directly to here, like that. Then the TV is going to work pretty well. That's all you need. You can also use this type of cable adapter, but I do not like this because it does not perform as well as this one. This is just plug in like that. You see it like that. Both sides, I don't need to screw it. For one reason or another, this wire is performing much better than this cable. And one thing about this, because I set this up on channel 3, you need to make sure your TV is set on channel 3. If you connect it through RCA, as I mentioned earlier, it doesn't matter what channel you are, it will play. But if you use this, your connection, you definitely need to set your TV match whatever you have here. If it's channel 4, set your TV channel 4. If it's channel 3, of course, set in channel 3. I had much better result on channel 3 than channel 4. But I got much better picture through RCA connection than this one. Some portable TV like this or this one, they do not have a coax connection, but they have jack here, a 3.5 millimeter right here in this one. And the other one, also has a jack back here as well. Antenna. This is where the jack, you can hook it up. Let me put a couple of pictures here, the product that you can use to get a good result. One of them is just a jack itself with a coax connection. And the second one is a cable that they already put it together, and you can use that cable as well. Both will work with portable TV that they have just 3.5 millimeter jack. So any of those two products I show you, you just hook it up to here and hook up in the back of the 3.5 millimeter jack. Then they give you the ability to watch TV, but this is going to be the direct connection. All right, let's move on. In section 2, I will discuss how to broadcast analog signals to multiple TV using TV antenna, signal amplifier, home analog TV transmitter station, also Blundertongue AM60 550B, which is commercial RF modulator. To use all those amplifiers, we need RF modulator. And this is again I purchased from Amazon. This is the unit comes with a cable without any charger. It's a 5-volt charger, of course, as you know. To use this unit in RF modulator, if you're going to use the amplifier, then you need an antenna, something like this as well. Alright, let's talk about what antenna you need to be able to broadcast to your TV. There are several antennas that you can use. I'm just going to show you what I have. I ordered another one. Hopefully soon you're going to receive that as well. There are two most important things for selecting antenna. First, you want to make sure that when you extend this, be pretty long. This is about 38 inches long, each of them, which is going to broadcast much better with something shorter. This is about 23. When I extend this, it's about 23 inches. I get much better performance from this antenna than here because it's much taller. It covers the entire house. This will cover, a few rooms, but when you extend this for anything over 38 inches and above, you get much better results. So that's the first thing. The second thing about antennas, some of the one, it comes like this. You see it's like a male that you can actually plug it like this, all right? And you're done. The other one, the older version, comes like that. You see it's like this. With this, you need some type of adapter. They make this type of adapter, but to use this, you have to do some modification. I will show you what type of modification you need. Since this one, as you say, it says 300 ohm to 75 ohm, you have to convert this to be able to get a great result. If you install it this way without conversion, you will not get a good result. I tried it, and believe me, you're not going to get a good result. To broadcast, we have to do modification here. I will show you how to do that. And the way you hook this up is pretty simple. Just 2 wire goes here, and they have a screws, and you're set. After you set this up, you can plug it like this, and you're done. Let me show you what type of modification you need to be able to use it and get a good result. It's pretty simple. You see it has something like clip like this. You just pull it apart like that, and just like this it comes apart. Just be careful you don't break this, alright? Usually it comes something like this. You see what I'm talking about? And so we need to remove that. So what I did, unsoldered here as well as both here to remove entire this piece out. Okay, when you remove that, this is the modification. See, I put a wire right from here to the center. I solder them, so it's the drag connection from here to here and drag connection from here to here. This is actually soldered to the frame. The frame is right here. See, that's the frame. And this side is to the center, right here to that pin. You see that pin? That is where it's actually soldered. Okay, so you want to do that modification. This is going to be 1-to-1. It will not be anymore 75 and 300. So again, you have to do modification. One thing is pretty important. See, look at here. When you turn it around, the right side solder to the center, the left one solder to the base. That's important. If you do vice versa, it's not going to work as well. And you do this conversion for the transmitter as well as the antenna that hooked up to the TV. Sometimes, you know, they have the old TV disc that's hooked up to the antenna. You need to do that conversion both on TV as well as a transmitter. All right, that's important to get, again, a good result. It will work other ways, as I mentioned, you know, but it's not going to broadcast very well. Hopefully that makes sense. To show you the difference, see the difference between both these two? This one connected here, here, there. This one is just a direct connection. So you want to do this to get the better result. This will work, but it's not going to perform pretty well. All right, let's continue. All right, let me show you quickly how to hook this up to be able to transmit analog TV signals to your old TVs. As I mentioned earlier, you can use any of this, you know, Amazon or Roku. So one of this is going to be hooked up to here. Of course, you know, they all have power that you need to hook that up as well. So how you connect this to this unit, to this amplifier, GE amplifier, or any other type of amplifier? You have really three choices. One, you can use a cable like this, which it did not perform pretty well, I'll be honest with you. I stopped using this. The second option, which it performed pretty well, was a cable like this, you know, with 2 mil portion, that it actually can go here in like this. Of course, the other side can go here like that. Or you can use an adapter like that. Let me show you. This is 2 mil. Both sides are 2 mil. That I purchased from Amazon. Here we're going to connect it to RF out, not in. We are not going to use this. We're going to use this RF out. Of course, you have the option, as I mentioned earlier, you can put in channel 3 or 4. I kept the channel 3 because it's performing much better. So this one goes right here. You screw it in. All right. The other side goes here, and you're going to screw it in too as well. All right. You see? And make this unit much shorter, and it perform much better. This way, as I mentioned, or use this cable. But do not use this. You're not going to get a good result, as I mentioned. Or what I'm going to do, we're going to hook up this side to the antenna. Since, you know, this is a male, we need something like this. All right. This side we're going to screw here. All right, with something like that. Of course, as you know, each of this unit, they have their own charger. Some, it comes with the charger like this, you know, the plug-in, and some is just the cable itself that you need to use your 5-volt adapter. One thing about setting this way is pretty interesting. Try this out, you're going to be pretty happy with it. You can use a plug, something like this. It comes out of one of my stereos, that you can plug it right here. And if you open this up, you know, it will broadcast, believe it or not. For a few feet, it broadcasts very clear. You don't need an antenna. You can use that, or use a test lid like this. Again, if you hook this up in the center of this like that, and you extend this, it will broadcast, you know, at least up to 10 feet or so without any additional antenna. Just want to let you know, try it that way, see if you like it or not. If your TV is pretty close to you, you're going to be very happy to set it this way. And if it's not, of course, you have to use the antenna, which I will explain, you know, how to do that. And these are the amplifiers that I purchased from Amazon. Of course, they're all digital. I was hoping to find one of them that I can use to broadcast to really amplify, the signals through here. I want to show you each of them and which one was the best performer. This is the first one. This is plugged directly to the wall, and of course it's adjustable. It built pretty well, and the good things about this one is it comes with some type of adapter. This is how the adapter look like. It is a screw here, right here, and also something else, a screw inside here. Of course there's two of them, as I mentioned, and also a couple of screws that I believe you can install it in the wall. So we're going to test this one first to see what type of result we are getting. Here I want to show you all these TVs. They're all working wirelessly, and they're not hooked up directly to any cable. I'm transmitting it through Amazon Fire Stick to the modulator. Then I use the amplifier to amplify through the antennas so all this TV can pick it up. They're all analog TV. So now let me use the different system to see what the result is with another equipment. All right? This is the second amplifier, and it comes with adapter. This is the 15 volts. You can adjust it. This is a digital amplifier for VHF and UHF and FM, and also comes with a cable. I believe it's a coax cable. So we're going to try this to see how it's performing. It seems like I get much better result with every TV. Of course that little one Sony, it worked with all of them, but definitely this work much better now. As you see, it's playing pretty well. Alright, this is the third amplifier. This is, they say, is a GE brand. It has a great review, but the issue with all this, as I mentioned, these are all digital amplifier. So I just ordered them to see can I use them or not. Again, this comes with a wall unit charger as well as this unit. That's all it is. Alright, yeah, all of them, they're working. And this is another amplifier that I purchased just to test. They all, of course, they're digital. Of course, this is how it look like. The charger is already attached to it. It comes with a long cable. And this is set up for that RCA, RF modulator, where it says RF out. You hook up to the antenna section of RCA amplifier. The other side where it says TV here, you hook up to the antenna. So this is the setup. So let's hook this up to see how it's performing. What I did, I just paused all of the TV so I can see those line goes up and down. This is with the RCA, amplifier, and I'm getting tons of issue with this. Like that TV, you see how the line goes up and down? The other one shows pretty well. They all do the same thing. So let me change it to another amplifier to see what type of result I'm getting. Alright, this is another amplifier. I know, I bought a bunch of them to see which one is going to work much better. And the unit comes with two cable already, with all those connections on it. As you know, we're not going to use this. As I mentioned earlier, adding this not going to perform okay. So this is how it looks like. It's adjustable. And one thing I noticed about all this adjustable one they have, and is minimum is not going to work. You have to go to maximum. All of them was a maximum. This is a 12 volts. The DC that you hook up here comes with a charger. So RF modulator, where you say RF out, so you hook up to antenna section, And where it says TV, it's going to hook up to an antenna. Like that. Alright, so we're going to test this as well to see what type of result we're getting. It's the last one I'm testing. You see they're all very bad. You see all those lines? Now it's happening to every TV, includes this little one. So let me go back to GE to see what type of result I'm getting. See, with the GE I hooked up, all the TVs are working very well. Again, the good thing about these amplifiers, you know, you can broadcast to as many TV as you want. Just I'm showing you some type of results here. When you video it, you know, it's not as clear, but when you look at the screen, they're all very clear. So definitely this GE amplifier perform much better than the others. All right. Okay, so let's stop here. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to make another video, part 2. In part 2, I'm going to discuss about home TV analog transmitter, they call it station, and compare that to Blondell-Tong model AM60-550B. And we're also going to, you know, compare it with what we just saw, the analog TV amplifier or booster, to see really which one is give you a better result, cost-wise as well as performance. So let's continue this in part 2. Just stay tuned. That video will come out soon. I'll be honest with you, it takes so much time to make these videos, editing, uploading, and make sure there's enough information that it actually makes sense, you know, if you want to follow. At this time, I want to take the opportunity and thank my subscribers with their uplifting comments. You always encourage me to upload more videos, since this is just a hobby of mine. Again, I appreciate you. Enjoy all these videos, and you all have an awesome day. Take care. If you're interested to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and you will be notified when a new video being uploaded. You have a great day.